Hi, I'm Jeff Richards. Welcome to Japan Today Spotlight, where we go deeper into the headlines you might know and some you might have missed. Japan's royal family is having a moment, making goodwill visits abroad, commemorating the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II across the Pacific, and consoling victims of natural disasters here at home. But beneath the formal appearances, this modern monarchy faces two growing challenges: a shrinking number of family members, especially women, and just 3 working royals under the age of 30. In this week's edition of Japan Today Spotlight, we'll look at the role Japan's royals play in society, what their duties actually involve, and what the future looks like for the world's oldest monarchy. The Japanese have a unique relationship with their royal family. Until just the end of World War II, emperors were seen as living gods. Most people heard an emperor's voice for the first time in 1945, when Emperor Hirohito, the current emperor's grandfather, announced Japan's surrender on live radio. Since then, Japan's post-war constitution has redefined the emperor as the symbol of the state and the unity of the people, clearly separating the monarchy from the government. These days, Japan's royals are a lot like those in Europe, attending public events and meeting people, but everything they do and everything they say is tightly controlled by the Imperial Household Agency. But are the royals even popular? Well, it depends on the generation. There is no doubt that the royal family remains widely respected among older Japanese who have watched them grow up. Their visits to disaster-hit areas are seen as morale boosters and a way to show the people they care. Some people see the monarchy as outdated and a waste of taxpayer money. Naruhito took the throne in 2019, but his first few years were quiet. COVID kept him from traveling or meeting people. Since 2023, though, the royal family has picked up the pace, doing more public visits and trying to modernize in the digital age. At the Imperial Palace, tens of thousands of flag-waving visitors turn out to see the family appear on the balcony every New Year's on January 2nd and the Emperor's birthday. More recently, the Imperial Household Agency launched Instagram and YouTube accounts to showcase the royal family's activities. The accounts, expectedly, do not allow comments, which makes it difficult to gauge any public sentiment. They are very carefully curated PR tools and not open platforms. The absence of any real feedback raises questions about how the royals are viewed by younger generations here in Japan. And this social media push followed a backlash over former Princess Mako's 2021 engagement and marriage to her university boyfriend, Kei Komuro. The couple faced relentless tabloid scrutiny over his mother's financial troubles, and Mako gave up her royal title and moved to the United States. This backlash exposed deep public resistance to royal independence, especially when it challenges tradition or involves marrying a commoner. Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako remain popular in Japan, however, especially with older generations, just like Naruhito's parents, the former Emperor Akihito and former Empress Michiko. Each spring and autumn, the emperor hosts a garden party for more than 1,000 guests. And one thing always stands out when the royals arrive. Only 3 are under the age of 30. Princess Kako, 30, Princess Aiko, 23, and Prince Hisahito, 18, who is second in line to the throne after his father, Crown Prince Akishino. These 3 hold the future of the monarchy in their hands. Princess Kako, who recently completed a 10-day goodwill visit to Brazil, is arguably the most popular of the younger royals. She's multilingual, knows sign language, and is seen as fashionable and photogenic by the public. But, like her older sister, former Princess Mako, she will lose her royal status if she marries a commoner. The same is true for Princess Aiko, the only child of Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako. She is set to make her first solo official trip abroad this November, visiting Laos. Princess Aiko will never become empress. Under the 1947 Imperial House Law, only males can ascend to the throne, and female royals must give up their status if they marry outside the family. Women can't carry on the imperial line, yet they also can't remain royals once they marry. That rule puts the spotlight on Prince Hisahito, the youngest male member of the family, only 18, and the only remaining heir apparent. As it stands, Japan's imperial family has just 16 members, only 4 of whom are men. The United Nations Women's Rights Committee issued a report last October, urging the Japanese government to allow a reigning empress. Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshimasa Hayashi dismissed the report, saying imperial succession is a matter of national identity and not covered by constitutional rights. Political opinion surveys show that the vast majority of Japanese support changing the law so that Aiko could remain a royal and eventually reign as empress. But conservatives in the ruling party have blocked any move toward reform. There is no plan to change the law preventing female royals from staying in the family after marriage, a rule that continues to shrink an already aging and fragile institution. Emperor Naruhito is now 65 and has only 3 heirs. His brother, Crown Prince Akishino, 59, Akishino's son, Prince Hisahito, 18, and the emperor's uncle, Prince Hitachi, who is 89. Emperor Naruhito has not commented on the succession debate. But last November, Crown Princess Kiko, the wife of Crown Prince Akishino, said the opinions of female royal members should be taken into account as lawmakers consider whether women should be allowed to retain their imperial status after marriage. To preserve male-only succession, the government is now considering allowing the adoption of male heirs from former noble families, those who lost their official status after World War II. The silence of the imperial family may reflect tradition, but it also highlights just how tightly controlled, politically constrained, and symbolically boxed in Japan's royals have become. This year marks the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. Okinawa holds special significance. During the Battle of Okinawa, around 200,000 people died, including an estimated 120,000 Japanese, most of them civilians, and 12,500 American servicemen. That history has long made Okinawa a complicated place for the royals. When then Crown Prince Akihito and Crown Princess Michiko visited in 1975, a radical protester threw a Molotov cocktail at them. Still, Akihito continued to engage with the island. Earlier this month, Emperor Naruhito, Empress Masako, and their daughter, Princess Aiko, who is 23, made their own visit. Princess Aiko also met with young Okinawans, those in their 20s and 30s, who are working to preserve wartime memories for future generations. Despite the gestures, these visits are carefully managed by the Imperial Household Agency to avoid controversy and preserve the institution's image. Real political or historical accountability including the imperial family's role in wartime propaganda and national mobilization, remains largely unspoken in public discourse. The emperor and empress have already visited Okinawa, as well as Iwoto, formerly Iwo Jima. This week, they're in Hiroshima, and in September, they will visit Nagasaki. The fact that the emperor's visits to Hiroshima and Nagasaki are not on or near the anniversaries of the atomic bombings looks to be intentional, to avoid diplomatic strain with the United States. Japan's royal family holds very deep cultural and historical significance here. It remains, though, a completely publicly funded institution with tens of billions of yen spent in taxpayer money each year to support its operations. This is unlike, say, the British royal family, which receives a portion of profits from public estates. Japan's royals have zero personal income and rely entirely on government funding. It's a system with no offset and no real debate. At some point, the government may need to consider whether the monarchy should remain a public institution at all. In countries like the Netherlands and Sweden, royal families have modernized their succession laws or scaled back their official roles. Unless the succession rule is changed, this 2,000-year-old monarchy faces a very uncertain future. What do you think? How should Japan deal with the monarchy in modern times? We'd especially love to hear from our Japanese viewers. What are your thoughts on the imperial family? From the Japan Today newsroom here in Tokyo, I'm Jeff Richards. See me next time.